The next big investment opportunity is not AI, it's what AI is creating. For the last 20 years, energy demand in the United States has basically been flat. But now that's changed. Every time you ask a question to ChatGPT, it uses a little bit of electricity. Now multiply that by the amount of questions you're asking on ChatGPT, and now multiply that by the amount of people using ChatGPT and every other AI tool, and now the demand for electricity is skyrocketing. But there's just one problem. We cannot create electricity fast enough, and this is creating a huge business demand and boom in the energy industry. Just listen to what the CEO of NVIDIA had to say.
AI is a 5-layer cake. Energy, chips, infrastructure, models, and applications. China has twice as much energy as we have as a nation, and our economy is larger than theirs. Makes no sense to me.
But that's not all. These tech companies need so much energy, and the energy companies just can't produce it fast enough. So in March 2026, these tech company CEOs were meeting with the Trump administration to see how the tech companies can get involved in the energy business by having the tech companies build nuclear power plants. Now this shift doesn't just mean that business is moving, it also means that money is moving, and that can change investment opportunities. So in this video, I'm going to show you how these changes with energy can create a potential investment opportunity for you. That way you can potentially use it to your advantage. Now here's the thing that people get wrong. They think that they have to find the next NVIDIA or the next Tesla, but that's not true. By the way, this is why on March 18th, 2026, I'm hosting a live, free, and virtual investor workshop because our economy is changing fast. With tech, with geopolitics, with changes with money in the Federal Reserve Bank, all these changes are creating new and unique investment opportunities that you do not want to get behind on, you want to get ahead of, and that's why on March 18th, I'm hosting this live, free, and virtual investor workshop where I'm going to show you my firm's research as to number one, where the economy is moving, but also number two, how these changes create new and unique investment opportunities. That way you can plan for a better retirement. It's a completely free workshop. I'm doing it twice on March 18th, once in the morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, again in the evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you'd like to join me, again, it's free, but secure your spot soon because our software has a limited number of people that can actually join me live. And when you actually show up live on my workshop on March 18th, my team is also going to email you a free digital copy of our team's new book, How Money Changed Forever, for free, but you have to actually show up live on March 18th. So if you're an investor and you want to see how you can invest your money better in this changing economy, I invite you to join me on March 18th. Again, it's free, and I have the link for you down in the description below. Now, of course, I'm just a random guy on YouTube. Investing has risks. You are never guaranteed to make money when you invest. In fact, you will lose money at some point, so make sure you always do your own due diligence and never blindly trust a random guy on YouTube, but stick with me to the end. That way you can see how everything layers on top of one another. Now, to understand what's coming in the energy industry, it's helpful to take a look at what caused the energy industry in the United States to explode in the past. In 1945, after World War II ended, millions of soldiers came back home, and then suburbs exploded around the United States. Factories that made weapons started making appliances, cars, and TVs. And all of these things, the houses and the factories, needed more electricity that we didn't have. So between 1945 to 1965, we saw an energy boom here in the United States with so much money flowing into the energy industry because the country just needed more energy, and that created a shift of wealth. So many new people became millionaires because of this new shift of where money was moving because of the change of the economy. Now here's the thing, history doesn't exactly repeat itself, but it does rhyme. The companies that laid the foundation for the infrastructure, the fuel supplies, the utilities, the equipment, those were the companies that built new generational wealth because regardless of which companies won, they all needed energy, and the infrastructure powered all of it. Now, after those decades of energy boom, we saw energy demand essentially stay flat here in the United States because we never really had a real new need for more electricity, a new need for more energy until now with AI. And the reason why this creates such a big opportunity is because our energy grid was built for many decades ago, and it cannot handle the new demand for energy that we have today, which means there's going to be a lot of money going into rebuilding our energy infrastructure. Now, to put this in perspective, I asked Claude, how much energy do these AI tools actually use? And what it said is that when you go and ask a question onto Google, it uses the amount of energy that it would take to leave an LED light bulb on for 10 seconds. When you go and ask a question to ChatGPT, that same query in ChatGPT is going to use the same amount of energy it would take to leave the LED light bulb on for 2 minutes, which means every question somebody asks on ChatGPT uses significantly more energy than it does on Google. People are asking way more questions on ChatGPT because now we're having full conversations with ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini and Perplexity and all the other AI tools, and the number of users of these AI tools are exploding. This is why the country needs more energy. Not to mention, we're still in the early stages of this because half of companies around the United States still are not using AI. They don't believe in it. That's kind of like going back in time 25 years ago and the company saying, oh, we're not going to use this internet thing because it's just a fad and it doesn't actually add value to our business. And this is why tech companies are now getting into the energy business. In order for these tools on the internet to operate, they have to store all the data somewhere. Anytime you ask a question to ChatGPT, that data has to be stored in something called a data warehouse. And these data warehouses use enough energy to power a small American city each. And now we have companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Meta that are not just building one data center, they're all building dozens of these data centers, so they need more energy fast. And because our energy grid here in the United States hasn't been upgraded in many decades, that's why these tech companies are now turning into energy companies, building their own energy sources to power these data centers. Now there's a lot of ways to invest your money through this shift. Of course, things could change. AI could fail. We could see a shift in energy. We could see a shift in government policy. We could change the way the energy works. But based off of what we know today, we know that more money is flowing into energy. And what I want to do is talk about how it could create potential different investment opportunities. I'm going to give you specific examples. But again, I can't tell you what to invest in. I'm just a random guy on YouTube. Don't invest more than you're willing to lose. And always do your own due diligence. Number one is to get broad exposure to energy and utilities as a whole. And there are a couple of ETFs that can give you exposure to this. Again, this is not the only ones. This is just to show you how you can start thinking like an investor. Number one is XLE. This is an ETF created by Spider SPDR that's giving exposure to broad United States energy stocks. That's oil companies, gas companies, pipeline companies, and utility companies. So you can think of this kind of like as a broad way to play the entire energy space. Option number two is an ETF called XLU. This is an ETF also created by Spider SPDR, which is more focused in on utility companies. So these are the companies that are focused on the biggest infrastructure buildup that we've seen in many decades. The idea being if we rebuild our energy infrastructure, we have to rebuild our utility systems. Option number two is to get a little bit more niche into things like nuclear and our actual energy grid. Right now, we're seeing some of the biggest tech companies like Microsoft and Amazon invest into nuclear energy, and the Trump administration has also signed an executive order to accelerate nuclear permitting and development here in the United States. And then even more recently, the CEO of NVIDIA said that these major tech companies are all going to be running their own nuclear reactors within the next 6 to 7 years. So let's talk about how you can get exposure to the space, because there's a number of different ETFs that can give you exposure to this. Number one is NLR. This is an ETF that's going to give you more exposure to the uranium and nuclear industries. These are uranium miners, nuclear utilities. This is direct exposure to the entire nuclear industry. Example number two is an ETF called URA. This is an ETF that's going to give you exposure to the Global X Uranium ETF. These are global uranium miners. Now remember, uranium is the fuel, and right now we have a lot of demand, and it could take years for our supply to meet the amount of demand that we have for all this energy. And then example ETF number three is GRID, G-R-I-D. This is focused more on our energy grid. That's the transformers, the transmission lines, the grid hardware. So you can think of this really as the backbone of energy. It's the person selling the picks and shovels to people digging for gold. It's the person that's selling just the infrastructure to be able to build the energy system regardless of who wins the energy race. So what's happening in the United States is after World War II in the mid-1940s, energy boomed here in the United States because all these soldiers came back into the United States. People moved into suburbs. They needed electricity for their houses, and the factories that were building military equipment now started building things like microwaves and fridges, which all needed more electricity, which created an energy boom here in the United States from the mid-1940s until the 1960s. So it was multi-decade of energy boom, which created a whole new wave of millionaires and a whole new wave of wealth as this wealth transferred through this shift in energy. Well, after that boom, energy demand kind of stayed flat here in the United States because there was not a huge new resurgence of need for energy until now. And it's happening because of AI. And because AI uses so much more energy, we need more energy, but our energy system, our energy grid here just isn't built for the amount of demand that we have. And now tech companies are starting to invest into their own energy. That can create investment opportunities for you if you wanted to invest in the broad energy sector. Again, we talked about a couple of different ETFs that can give you exposure to that. Or we also talked about getting a little bit more niche into nuclear. Why nuclear? Because we're seeing more and more tech companies talk about nuclear. We're seeing more and more tech companies looking to build their own nuclear plants in the coming years. That way they can power their own data centers, because these tech companies need more energy. They don't want to wait for the energy companies to build it. So they might just start building their own nuclear reactors. They might start building and managing their own nuclear power plants. That way they could power their own data centers. And that means it could create more opportunity, again, in that industry as well, whether it's nuclear, whether it's uranium, or whether it's the energy grid. And we talked about different ETFs that you can get exposure to here. Again, I'm not here to tell you what to invest in. I'm here to show you how to think like an investor. And if you're an investor, again, I invite you to join me on March 18th. That way you can join me on my live investor workshop. That link is for you down in the description. And of course, if you got value out of this video, the best thank you is a referral. So if you could, please share this video with a friend, family member, colleague, or fellow investor. That way we can continue to spread this type of financial education. Thank you. President Trump just confirmed that he wants to get rid of your income tax. Take a listen.
I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern-day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love.